The 3-day process was a concept that I learned probably 8 years ago from Bentinho Massaro. When I was in my early 20s, I was really obsessed with this guy's teachings after he uploaded this video of him staring into our eyes. This video isn't about him, but about that 3-day process that acts as a roadmap when you're trying to achieve or attract something into your world. It pencils in perceived failures, so anytime you experience a delay or a setback, you can look at your GPS, for lack of a better term, and be certain that you're still moving forward and are actually right on schedule. Though it's called the 3-day process, a better term for it would be the 3-stage process, because the days are not literal. This entire process can take anywhere from 3 minutes to some, all the way up to 3 years for others, although I have never seen it take that long, but it could, and that's just something to keep in mind. So day 1, you have a new desire. You decide this is what you're going to do. This is what you're going to manifest. This is what you're going to attract now and achieve now. You decide to assume this new version of you, and you feel pumped up, and you feel certain that you're going to achieve and attract this thing that you've wanted for however long. You watched this video or you read this book, and now you're absolutely certain on what you've got to do and not do in order to get what it is that you want to get. Today is the day, and the day is beautiful. Day 1 is a day of clarity. Then something happens, or someone says something that causes you to wobble a little bit in your certainty. You were so confident, yet you didn't get the job. You were so detached, but he's clearly moved on to another person. You assumed and visualized every night that your business would succeed, but things look stagnant. This is day 2, when you open your eyes and you realize that things look the exact same as they did before, or they've worsened. Do you remember many months ago I gave you that analogy of the 4,000 hours? And if you don't, that's totally okay. I'll just go through it real quickly. So let's say you've decided to take a road trip from Toronto to LA. Toronto would be day 1, LA would be day 3, and some rest stop in Iowa would be day 2. Day 2 is when you face a challenge or multiple challenges. You feel doubt, you feel like quitting, you consider being realistic. Day 2 is when you look around, and despite all the ways you've progressed yourself, all of the time you've spent in alignment and in assumption with what it is that you want, your physical 3D reality still looks exactly the same as it did on day 1, or it even got worse. Picture a bow and arrow, just for a second. Yes, the archer is aiming where it wants the bow to hit, but still, the only way for the bow to physically reach its target is for the archer to pull the bow away from the target. Day 2 is actually a day of success, despite the perceived failure. This is actually my favorite day, and I'll explain why. Isn't it funny how, after you've made your intention clear and it fails, suddenly you recognize this as a problem? Suddenly you not having what you want in this life feels weird to you. It feels odd. You can tell something is wrong because you haven't received what you've asked for. You are living without, physically, what you want, and it feels wrong. You recognize this as a problem. Defeat suddenly becomes a problem. Mediocrity suddenly becomes a problem. You losing suddenly is a problem to you. So you start YouTubing videos to clarify this obvious cosmic mistake. You start switching up your approach because you are now in the mindset where you just cannot reconcile the fact that it is even possible for you to do all of these things and to be taking all of these right steps in the direction of what it is that you want, only for your desire to not be made physical yet. Day 2 is a wonderful day of success because it confirms to you that you have done what you needed to do, which is successfully move into that new state of being where you expect to get what you want and you're shocked when you don't. Remember before when you expected to fail and you were shocked when you didn't, when you never expected to receive compliments and when you did, you didn't really know how to take them. You were awkward as hell. This is just the opposite. If you feel an amplified discomfort now that you're in the process of attaining what you want, this is a phenomenal sign because it means your state of being has already switched realities where the physical world simply hasn't caught up yet. Maybe you're in day 2 right now, but day 2 is just the remnants of the old reality. It could be used as a chance to revise your assumptions and aim towards something that is better for you, or it could be an opportunity for you to stand firm, stand still, and persist in your assumptions. This is when you can confirm to yourself and to life at large that you're not playing. You're not going home until you get what you came for. So like the bow, you remain fixed on your target as life pulls you back to eventually let you soar. You can classify this stage as a very successful one because you are shocked that you haven't received what you want. You haven't received your highest good. This is a very strong indication that your expectations have changed. If your expectations have changed, then your state of being has changed, which is the only thing the law of assumption has ever asked of you. Day 3 is a day of celebration and of complete physical wish fulfillment. Day 3 is achievement. When you get what you wanted, you got to LA. I can't think of anything else regarding day 3. So you won. Congratulations. That's basically day 3. Whether or not you believe this is accurate, this is still a fine concept that can help you to persevere in the moments when it matters most. In the moments when you feel like giving up on yourself and on what you truly want, on what will truly make you happy. Perhaps you're in that day 2 right now. Even if you've been there for a while, the only way you're going to get to day 3 is by persisting. Persistence feels near impossible when you keep seeing failures where you're actually succeeding. But I want you to remember that you're actually right on schedule. Where you are right now was factored into the route from where you were to where you're going. You're just in the in-between right now. You're just in Iowa. But if you can trust the process, and I hate saying that, it sounds so repetitive, but it's true. If you can just trust the process, if you can just persist in living in the end state, persist in moving towards what it is that you want and tending to your state of being primarily, following those inspired actions, detaching, oh my God, everything I've ever spoken about here on this channel. If you can just do that, you will enter into day 3 before you even know it. Darling, I want you to keep in mind that if you truly want that thing, giving up on it will not release you of the desire to have it, the desire that led you to where you are right now in the first place. So really you're left with only one option, and that is to persist until you get it. Does that sound good? Okay. Well then, with that being said, thank you for watching this video. I truly do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I trust you'll give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more content just like this one. So, how did you like today's video? And what video would you like to see next? You let me know in the comment section down below. I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Toodles.